This session we are going to discuss about series and parallel RLC network in detail, and we will do the related problems. Okay, let us start. So first we are going to discuss about series RLC network. This will show a circuit diagram for a series RLC network. It is excited by a DC source. Okay, now we want to analyze this circuit, whether the circuit is underdamped, overdamped, critically damped, undamped, etc. So we want to find the damping ratio and natural frequency omega. So we can apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. That is V input, that is equal to R into I of t plus L di by dt. That is the voltage across this inductance plus the voltage across this capacitance. That is 1 by C integral I of t dt. So this expression consisting of differentiation term and integration term. So as to eliminate this integration term, we have to differentiate this expression once. So V input is a DC source, so its derivative is 0. So 0 is equal to R into di by dt plus L into d square I by dt square plus 1 by C I of t. This is equal to 0. Okay, now I am going to divide this entire expression by L. So we can write this expression as d square I by dt square plus R by L di by dt plus 1 by LC into I of t, that is equal to 0. Now taking the Laplace transform of this equation by assuming 0 initial conditions. So this term becomes S square into I of S plus R by L into S into I of S plus 1 by LC into I of S. This is equal to 0. Now we can write S square plus R by L S plus 1 by LC, this all into I of S, that is equal to 0. Since this expression is equal to 0, so I of S is equal to 0. So under steady state condition, current passing through this network becomes 0. Since this inductance become a short circuit and capacitor become an open circuit under steady state condition. So no current will flow through this circuit when t tends to infinity or under steady state condition. Okay, so this equation is called characteristics equation that will describe the characteristics of this network. Whether the network is underdamped, overdamped, critically damped or undamped, everything will depend on the values of R, L and C. Okay, now I am going to write the standard second order equation. That is x square plus 2 theta omega n s plus omega n square. This is equal to 0. And our characteristics equation is s square plus r by l s plus 1 by lc, that is equal to 0. Now comparing these two equations, then find the value of theta and omega n. So we get omega n square, that is equal to 1 by LC. That means omega n square is equal to 1 by LC. This implies omega n, that is equal to 1 by root LC. This much radian per second. This is a natural frequency of this network. Okay. And 2 theta omega n, that is equal to R by L. This implies theta is equal to 1 by 2 omega n into R by L. Okay, now put the value of omega n, this expression. We get theta is equal to 1 by 2 into omega n is 1 by root LC into R by L. So this is equal to 1 by 2 into root LC into R by L. So this is 1 root L and root L get cancelled. So this is equal to R divided by 2 into root of C by L. So this is the value of theta. So omega n, that is equal to 1 by root LC, and damping ratio theta is equal to r by 2 into root of c by l. Okay, so the value of omega n and theta will depending upon this circuit elements r, l and c. So by changing the value of r, l and c, the network become underdamped, overdamped, critically damped or undamped. From this equation, we can find the value of x. That is x is equal to minus r by l plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. That is r by l square minus 4 times 1 by lc. So that is 4 by lc divided by 2. So this equation can be simplified to s is equal to minus r divided by 2l plus or minus root of r by 2l the whole square minus 1 by lc, since this 2 is taken inside this square root. Now I am putting r by 2l, that is equal to alpha. That is r by 2l is equal to alpha. So s is equal to minus alpha plus or minus square root of alpha square minus omega n square. Okay. Depending upon the value of this term alpha square minus omega square that lies inside the square root, we can determine the nature of the circuit. So the network become underdamped, that is 0 less than theta less than 1. This is the condition for underdamped. This S should be a complex conjugate root. So S is in the form A plus or minus IB. That is a complex root. And so alpha square minus omega n square, this should be less than 0. Or alpha square less than omega n square. So this is the condition for underdamped oscillation. Now this become overdamped when the roots are real roots. So condition for overdamped oscillation, this S should be a real number. That happens when this term become positive. That means alpha square minus omega n square greater than 0 or alpha square greater than omega n square. Overdamped oscillations means theta is greater than 1. Okay. Critically damped oscillation. For this theta is equal to 1. Critically damped oscillation means both roots are equal roots. That is theta is equal to 1. For this term alpha square minus omega n square, that is equal to 0 or alpha is equal to omega n. This is the condition for critically damped oscillation. Now undamped oscillation. Undamped oscillation means theta is equal to 0. That is undamped oscillation. That means theta is equal to 0. Now what is the value of theta? Theta is equal to r by 2 into root of l by c. This becomes 0 when r is equal to 0. So theta is equal to 0. This implies r is equal to 0. So the network is reduced to an LC network. So the network become, we have DC source and only two elements, that is L and C. So that will result in sustained oscillation or sinusoidal oscillation with constant frequency. Now 0 less than theta less than 1. So the roots should lie on left half of the S plane, and that is complex conjugate. This is our S plane. This will represent sigma real axis and j omega. So this is a location of the roots. For the condition for this is alpha less than omega n. Initially the current is 0 and under steady state also the current becomes 0. That is circuit become open circuit when excited by DC. So the response, this will finally coming into 0. So this will be the response when 0 less than theta less than 1 for an RLC series network. Now for an overdamped, that means theta greater than 1. The condition for this is alpha greater than omega n. Then the location of the roots should be real and unequal. So this is the location of roots when theta is greater than 1. And the response will comes like this. So first becomes 0, then which will grow and increase to maximum. Then this will exponentially decays to 0. Now the third case is critically damped. That means theta is equal to 1. This will happen when alpha is equal to omega n. Under this case, the roots are real and equal roots. So this may be the location of roots. So both roots are coincide and that should be real. So the nature of the response that will comes like this. And the fourth case is undamped. That becomes theta is equal to 0 or undamped theta is equal to 0. This happens R is equal to 0 and the circuit is reduced to an LC network. That will result in sustained oscillation. That will look like the sinusoidal output having constant frequency. The frequency of this oscillation is 1 by root LC. So this is the nature of the response for these four cases. So under this case, the location of the rods is purely imaginary and that is complex conjugate, that is lying on the imaginary axis. Then this will result in sustained oscillation. So the response will be a sine wave. This is an LC network. So our network will look like an L and a C. For this case, value of resistance is equal to 0. And frequency of this oscillation is 1 by root LC. Okay. Now, this will represent a parallel RLC network. And we have a DC current source whose value is IS. Let the current through resistance is IR and current through inductance is IL and through this capacitor is IC. And the voltage across this capacitance or this branch, that is VC. Now, all these three elements are parallel. So voltage across capacitance, inductance and resistance are same and that is equal to VC. Okay. Now we can apply Kirchhoff's current law. That means IS that is equal to IR plus IL plus IC. Okay. Now we can write IR is equal to the voltage divided by this resistance. So IR is equal to voltage across this resistance, that is VC. So VC divided by R plus, so voltage across this inductance, we can write VL that is equal to L di by dt. Here VL is same as that of VC. So I can write this VC is equal to L di by dt. From this expression, IL, that is this current through the inductance, that is equal to 1 by L integral VC with respect to dt. So the current through the inductance can be write as 1 by L integral VC with respect to dt plus current through this capacitor, that is equal to C dV by dt. So as to eliminate this integral term, differentiate this equation once. So IS is a DC current. So the value of derivative of IS is 0. 0 is equal to 1 by R dV by dt plus 1 by L VC plus C into d square VC by dt square. So this is a second order equation. Now take the Laplace transform of this equation. Before that, I am dividing the equation throughout by C. So this become d square V by dt square plus 1 by RC into dV by dt plus 1 by LC into VC, that is equal to 0. Now take the Laplace transform of this equation by assuming 0 initial condition. So this become S square into VCX plus 1 by RC into S into VCS plus 1 by LC into VCX. That is equal to 0. So we can write this as S square plus 1 by RCS plus 1 by LC. This whole into VC of S. That is equal to 0. Now compare with the standard second order equation. S square plus 2 theta omega ns plus omega n square is equal to 0 and S square plus 1 by RC into S plus 1 by LC, that is equal to 0. Now the value of omega n square, that is equal to 1 by LC. This implies omega n is equal to 1 by root LC, this much radian per second. This is a natural frequency of oscillation. Series and parallel network, omega n is same, that is 1 by root LC. And 2 theta omega n, that is equal to 1 by RC. Or theta is equal to 1 by 2 omega n into 1 by RC. So this is equal to 1 by 2. Put omega n is equal to 1 by root LC. This into 1 by RC. So this is equal to 1 by 2 root LC into 1 by RC, or is equal to 1 by 2R into root of L by C. So this is the value of theta. So the value of omega n is equal to 1 by root LC and damping ratio theta is equal to 1 by 2R into root of L by C. So by depending on the value of theta, we can determine the nature of oscillation as same as in the case of a series RLC network. Okay, now based on this we can do some problems. Now we have a series RLC network and V of t is the input signal. Input signal is equal to U of t. That is a unit step signal. And the initial value of current in inductor, that is IL 0 minus, is given as 1 ampere. And initial voltage across this capacitor, that is VC 0 minus, is equal to minus 1 volt is given. Now we want to find the Laplace transform of this current I of t. That is I of s for t greater than or equal to 0. And options are given. Okay. Now we can apply Kirchhoff's voltage law for this network. That is V of t, that is equal to the voltage across this resistance. That is R into I of t plus L di by dt plus 1 by C integral I of t dt. Since V of t is equal to unit step signal U of t, that is equal to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0. So V of s, that is equal to U of s, that is equal to 1 by s. Okay, now I am taking the Laplace transform of this equation. So this becomes V of s, that is equal to R into I of s plus L into S into I of s minus I of 0 minus. That is the current through the inductance at initially. Plus the Laplace transform of this tape, that become 1 by Cs into I of s plus Vc 0 minus by s. This become 1 by s. That is equal to, I am substituting the value of R. R is equal to 1. So this become I of s plus L is equal to 1 Henry. So S into I of s minus IL 0 minus. That plus 1 by C is equal to 1 farad. So 1 by S into I of s plus Vc 0 minus by S. From this expression we can write this is equal to 1 by S, that is equal to, I am taking I of s common. So 1 plus S plus 1 by S. This all into I of s minus IL 0 minus, that is equal to 1 ampere. So minus 1 plus Vc 0 minus, that is equal to minus 1. So we can write minus 1 by S. Now take the LCM, we can write this is equal to 1 by S is equal to S plus S square plus 1 by S. This into I of s minus S minus 1 divided by S, or 1 is equal to S square plus S plus 1 into I of S minus S plus 1, or taking this term into LHS, so this becomes S square plus S plus 1 into I of S, that is equal to 1 plus S plus 1, that is equal to S plus 2, or I of S, that is equal to S plus 2 divided by S square plus S plus 1. So this is the value of I of S. So option B is the correct answer. This is a previous year gate question. This is a parallel RLC network. We want to find the nature of damping, whether it's critically damped. Critically damped means theta is equal to 1. Undamped, that means theta is equal to 0. Or underdamped, that is 0 less than theta less than 1. Or overdamped, that is theta greater than 1. Okay, for a parallel RLC network, the value of theta, that is equal to 1 by 2r into root of L by C. Substitute the value of R, L and C. So we can write theta is equal to 1 by 2 into the value of R is 2 ohm. So 2 into 1 root of L. The value of L is 1 Henry. 1 divided by the value of C is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4. So this is equal to 1 by 4 into square root of 4. So this is 1 by 4 into 2. That is equal to 1 by 2. So the value of theta is lying between 0 and 1. So the circuit is underdamped. So C is the correct option. This is a very simple question and previous year gate question. We want to find the initial value of current and options are given. This is only to check the concept. Now we can draw the equivalent circuit of this network. So the equivalent circuit become an inductance and a voltage source minus plus, and plus minus, this is V of S and this is I of S. So we can replace inductance by S into L and the voltage source, that is equal to L I naught. Now compare these two circuits. We get S into L, that is equal to 0.02 S. This S and S will cancel. So L is equal to 0.02 Henry. And L into I naught, that's the initial current, that is equal to 1 millivolt. So we can write L, that is equal to 0.02 into I naught, the initial current, that is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. This implies I naught is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 0.02. We can write this as is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 2 into 10 raised to minus 2, or 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 1, that is equal to 0.05. This much ampere. So B is the correct option. For this circuit, 20 volt is applied for a long time and the switch is open at t is equal to 1 millisecond. So at t is equal to 0.001 second, very close to 0. So the switch is open at t is equal to 0.001 second. We want to find the voltage across this capacitance at t is equal to 1 millisecond. Options are given. Okay, so the input is 20 u of minus t. So we can draw 20 u of minus t as this value is 20 for t less than 0. So it's a function of time. So this is 20, magnitude is 20 and the signal is lying for t less than 0. So this is 20 into u of t. This is the input applied to this circuit. So the switches remain closed for time t less than 0 and this is open at t is equal to 0.001 second. Okay, so for t less than 0, the circuit is under steady state condition. Under steady state condition, when excited by DC, the capacitor become open circuit. So I am going to draw the equivalent circuit for t less than 0. For t less than 0, the equivalent circuit can be drawn as, we have voltage source, the magnitude is 20 volt. 20 volt DC, and the resistance, another resistance. The switch is closed. This is a closed switch. And under steady state, capacitor become open circuit. So no current will flow through this branch. Then we have a resistance. So this is the equivalent circuit for a time t less than 0. Now this voltage across this switch, that is VC0 minus. That is the voltage before t less than 0. So the value of this is 1 kilo ohm. This resistance is 5 kilo ohm. This is 25 kilo ohm. Okay. So potential at this point is VC0 minus. That is same as at this node. That is a voltage across this 5K resistance and for this 25 kilo ohm. So the voltage at this node is VC0 minus. Now apply Kirchhoff's current law at this node. I am assuming all the currents are outgoing currents will flow through this resistance. Since the capacitor is open circuit, no current will pass through this branch. So apply KCL at this node. So by KCL, we can write the current through this branch, that is VC0 minus 20. That's a potential difference divided by this 1K ohm. Plus current through this branch, that is VC0 minus divided by 5K, that plus current through this resistance, that is VC0 minus divided by 25K, that is equal to 0. By taking LCM, and we can simplify this expression to 25 into VC0 minus 20 plus VC0 minus into 5 plus VC0 minus, that is equal to 0. So 25 V0, 30 plus 1, 31. 31 VC0 minus 25 into 20, that is equal to 0. Or VC0 minus, that is equal to 25 into 20 divided by 31. That is equal to 16.13 volt. Now, we want to find the time constant. Time constant of an RC network, tau is equal to R equivalent into C. What is R equivalent? For finding the R equivalent, we short circuit this voltage source. And K, 5K and 25K are in parallel. So we can write R equivalent, that is equal to 1K parallel with 5K parallel with 25K. So 1 by R equivalent, that is equal to 1 by 1K plus 1 by 5K plus 1 by 25K. Now take the LCM. So this is equal to 25K plus 5K plus 1 divided by 25K. So this is equal to 31 by 25K. 1 by R equivalent, that is equal to 31 by 25K, or R equivalent, that is equal to 25 divided by 31K, or that is equal to 806 ohm. And value of C is 0.5 microfarad. So 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 6 farad. So time constant tau is equal to 806, that into 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 6, that is equal to 0.4 milliseconds. So we can write the expression for voltage VCT, that is equal to VC0 minus, that's the initial value of voltage at the capacitor, into e raised to minus t by tau. So VC0 minus, that is equal to 16.13 into e raised to minus t by 0.4 millisecond. Vc 1 millisecond, that is equal to 16.13 into e raised to minus 1 millisecond divided by 0.4 millisecond, that is equal to 16.13 into e raised to minus 1 by 0.4. This is equal to 16.13 into e raised to minus 2.5, that is equal to 1.314 volt. So A is the correct option. In the next session, we will do the transient analysis of AC network. Okay, thank you. Bye.